Last episode, we expanded most of our zones, if memory serves, and we also saw an agouti circle, which I presume might be an agouti death cult, so let's quickly nip that in the bud and let's play Tyto Ecology. Let me just get the forest here. Did I really set this to 1 year? No, I didn't. Not sure why that is set to 1 year here. We'll enter the biodome. And I'm going to set my countdown up while this is loading. Now this is the biodome that actually had agouti, if memory serves, so those would be doing something. Also, there are still 2 biomes for you guys to vote on if you want, or to make suggestions for, if you so desire. Okay, we have plenty of species. We have agoutis that don't clump up anymore. And we have loads of them. They are about to reproduce again, and because it seems like they have deforested most of this area. Okay, yeah, fine. Ah, damn, I shouldn't have done that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Wait, didn't I have those last time already? Yeah, I'm quite sure I had those last time. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Bugger off. Would you stop it? Well, the 1 year anniversary is new. But let me just check that. If I can grab those again now. Green thumb rainforest. No, we... I'm quite sure I already grabbed those rewards, but I'll probably have to do it. I'll do it again just to speed up the game a bit. However, for now, also note that those fruits have been eaten completely by the agouti. And that's the palm here is basically not eaten because it's, well, because it doesn't have any edible leaves. Those are too high for anything else to eat, so no, they seem to have killed all the potential mini palms. Anyway, I think it's time to regulate the agouti problem a bit. So unleash the ocelots. Ocelots will probably sort this out a bit. They will eat the agouti and fish. And as of this morning, they actually patched this because there was a bit of a problem when they introduced the chance for hunts to fail. That animals would in fact just, or predators would just go fishing. And fish have a very low repopulation rate, so basically that would kill all the fish for nothing. Also, this territory will probably split if the ocelot don't eat it completely. Because once they reach like the 19th animal, this group will split into 2. Okay, we still have plenty of coinage to spend, and plenty of things to replant, so let's just get that out of the way. Yeah, those aren't really eaten a lot. They are out of the range of the agouti, and I think those 2 fruits just fell down somehow. I think that happens sometimes. Let's give them some more ferns before they end up starving. I mean, they're fairly hungry. And I'm also going to plant some... Sorry about that. Why do people keep calling me when I record? Okay, let's unlock the orchard here. Yeah, thank you. He better not blab on my mailbox. Oh well. Yeah, I know this zone is locked. This is also something that has been brought up in the forums a few times. Make this notification go away, because it can be annoying if you just want to zoom back and get a good look on your biome, and then you get this again and it just blocks things. Also, we didn't wait, didn't I expand this zone last time? No, I don't seem to have. Okay, set this to 6 months, please. Actually, we want to go down to 3 because we have predators now, and the more elements you add to your circle of life. Why does that not close it down? Okay. The more elements you add, the more risky, or the riskier it gets to pass more time. So if you... I just set it down when I introduced predators to the system, so I can just add species and then reintroduce species and then do stuff like that. Also, let's get back to those... oh my, we have so many achievements here. I'm going to grab this and that. Does it actually get... yeah, that gets us the stuff. What we want to do here is we want to expand this in the map tool. We want to buy zone 2. Yes, please. I was quite sure I did this last time already. So no idea what happened there. I know I haven't. I did it in the other zones. Okay, so... I'm just going to place some plants haphazardly. 2 of those. Let's make a little cluster here with 3 of them. Are they about to fruit? Yes. Well, these won't fruit anymore. Would you close that? Thank you. Let's introduce pollinators here. Well, once we have more energy. So, grabbing all the achievements. Again. Which I hope does stop. I mean, it does feel a bit cheaty. Probably because it is. But what's that? Oh, agave. We don't have an agave in this biodome. We need some more blue morphos. Put them near the ocean. I think there are 1 or 2 more kinds of pollinators. I'm not sure. No, I think 1 in the rainforest. And I still wish they had introduced more. Okay, we also need mushrooms here. Or something. Let's unlock the millipede. Another very efficient decomposer. And some ants over here. I'll try to get the kind of infrastructure right before I start placing other things. And we could actually just leave it there. And then hope for this those plants in zone 1 to spread into zone 2. And because I'm currently out of energy in this biome, I'm tempted to just let that happen. I'm going to place fern here to get things going, because those are kind of a staple plant I like to have around. But for now, that's it for this biome. So we'll go back to the main menu and check the other biomes. Also, ironically, me quitting my pizza job is kind of an existential problem for my channel. Because many of you might not know, but I named my channel after my employee ID. So, well, the last 2 digits of it, which is 12. And in the beginning, they often referred to new drivers as just their number. So, I figured it would be fun to use this concept, this thing that was designed to basically take away your identity as a person and reduce it to a number, to make this my identity as a channel, which kind of made sense back in the days. Yeah, I'm quite sure something is off with those achievements. Anyway, I'm fairly convinced that this is 2 zones wide, so yeah, it hasn't undone everything we did in the past episodes. Okay. So, this grass is still growing. I think the recent patch also removed some of the leaf points from certain other plants. And I'm not sure if I want to... yeah, no, I'm not going to add more animals here yet. I hope the prairie dogs were fixed, by the way. When I last had them in a biome, they're technically herbivores, as this little tag here says, but last time I had them in a biome, they were going straight insectivore. So I had them in the middle of all this tasty grass and fruits and everything. They had everything an herbivore could ever want, and they went and knocked out all the insects in their vicinity. And they went exclusively for those, so that was a bit annoying. Also, what I really want is trees. I want some trees, so let's get some eastern cottonwood. I think those are fairly big, so let's place them sparingly. One over here, maybe. Oh, those are really big. Those are way bigger than I expected. Also, I'll have to go back to the rainforest later, because the latest update has introduced a new creature to the rainforest, which is, I believe, the iguana. Actually, no, we'll do this next week. By the way, I'm recording this on Friday, so I'm recording this on the very day it goes up, because I'm kind of hoping for some sort of feedback from you guys to say, okay, yeah, do this, or try to do more of this, or anything. So if you want to do that, leave your comments, and I'll be happy to reply and maybe even oblige. And yeah, I also actually I wanted to record yesterday, but things kind of went wrong. The roomie was around, she was having a Skype call, so I didn't want to record during that because it's getting kind of messy. Okay, so we have a cottonwood. Those will sprout more trees, so we're going to leave it there. I'm going to introduce more lower plants. Let's have some sagebrush. The real thing is, at least my American viewers probably know those plants, because most of those biomes, in fact all of them, are basically modeled after... I'm going to have a bit of a forest here, like in this section. They are modeled after the American biomes, not biodomes. They don't have any biodomes in America, if I'm not mistaken. The common milkweed. That's a tricky one, because I'm not sure if there's anything that's eating those. So we're gonna skip that one for now, because yeah, I'm just not sure those are getting eaten at all. And then we're gonna surround this little this bush here with prairie blazing stars. I think we'll have to add... oh no, we don't. I thought we might have to add more pollinators there, but it seems this place is sorted out. Let's put those a bit more here, and I guess we can go for one more plant. I'm going to give them the milkweed, but I'll only place one, or maybe two. One here, and one here. So this is looking fairly grassy by now. We can use one more. Let's put the sumac. And yeah, I really don't know those plants. I don't know which plants those would be in German. I never bothered looking those up, because for the ecosystem, for proper ecosystem, you don't need to know what the plant is. You only need the function here, and I think that works really well. So this is a plant that actually has fruits and the leaves, and it might still be eaten before it fruits if you go in too early. If you have too many consumers, it will be eaten before it fruits, which would suck. So yeah, those biomes are going to remain mostly devoid of animals, which is, as I said, partly in order to farm money, or to farm coins, because we're just going to add a lot of plants, and I'm going to set this to 1 year again. I think this actually resets to none every time the oh no, it doesn't. Okay, I think with the last patch they actually reset it to none, so this will last a huge patch, because that added some balancing changes. So they decided to no time passing again, in order to keep your biomes from collapsing due to those changes. So you could just adjust and then go in. So we have another year passed here. And I'm almost out of time for the episode, so this is going to be a bit longer one. Yeah. 36 seconds. I'm also still working on this project thesis. And that's something I still wanted to talk about, just for a bit. The channel and videos and stuff. I know I'm a bit slow with videos, and let's just get this out of the way quickly. Way too easy to distract here. This is our money counter. We get 9 coins each month. Yeah, month. Not week, month. And we get for all the plants and for all the health they have. So the more plants and the more species we have... Damn, will you stop showing me with achievements? The more stuff we have, the more coins we get. And I'm going to introduce plants because those are easy, and if you just wait a full year... Also, wasn't that the place where we wrote our name into the ground? It's still visible here. It's there and there. I wonder how many years it will take to completely remove the... to render it completely illegible. I mean, it will probably go quicker if I add things that will eat those joint first, so once we drop some jackrabbits, it'll go down really quick. I can promise you that. Jackrabbits are the worst. Okay, the agave. We still have those, and they will probably flower soon. We can have some sweet acacia, or... Let me just check how much money it would cost to expand. I actually want that. Because I always felt that this place is greatly improved by... This water looks unhealthy. It looks like there is oil and stuff on it. No, it doesn't. It's just a reflection. Anyway, I always thought that this kind of desert environment is really splits up and is made a bit more realistic if you have trees and bigger plants mostly around the lake, and then have this lake really be a verdant and vibrant place. We'll have some bees here. Maybe on this little... coastal, what is it, outcropping? Who knows? We'll also put some bees here. I like the bees. They have a very big circle of pollination. A radius of pollination, whatever. They're just doing it very well. And we'll add some moths for good measure. You can never tell when your bees are getting eaten, although bees are really not among the most eaten species, I guess. Most bugs and animals know that bees are no fun and you don't want to mess with them. Okay, let's add some of this. Interesting to see that the radius doesn't... Well, it's not, of course it doesn't, but it doesn't mind the water. So if you place your insect or your millipedes over here, they will reach this area and they will clean up this area without any problems, even though they would have to cross the water for that, or go around, which is unlikely. But again, it's this... realism versus fun. Okay, damn it. I wanted to grab my achievements. Achievements. We got this again. I hope we don't get it again. I mean, it does get a bit annoying at some point. Although it allows me to develop the biomes really quick and really effective. Well, I'm not sure if it's effective, but it allows me to do it quick. Okay, I want some trees and stuff. I think desert willow is actually, according to their biodome entry, not entrance, biodex entry even. Eaten, blah blah blah. Yeah, it takes a lot of water, so it grows near water sources. That's what it says here. So we're going to plant them near water sources. And we're going to plant a second one here and a third one over there. I mean, they will spread nonetheless. It doesn't matter for them. And they can just grow how they want, because as I said earlier, this game doesn't really simulate like water saturation or anything. which is a pain in the ass. So people asking for that to be actually in the game don't know what they're talking about. Not sure if I actually brought this up earlier, but it's not easy to simulate. Let's put those here. I'm usually not scrolling through the list because I usually don't care about how those plants are laid out. But I'm trying to keep it somewhat reasonable. Also, we need grass. I need lots of grass here. Okay, this, that. I want to get this really green and lush around here. So we'll have grass, we'll have a big sagebrush, which is one of the things we unlocked in the... I think we unlocked this in the grassland. So it does grow here as well. It does so quite well. And we'll have... I'll try to have grass like going around here. And then it just turns into... let's get this as well. We can unlock more plants, or maybe one more plant for this area. So grass, and yeah, we'll leave that as it is now. And then we'll go into the more deserty plants, like the desert spoon, which sounds like one of those cases that don't need that much water. Do I have an acacia here? You're a willow, you're an acacia. Yeah, close that. Okay. So, we unlocked kind of an oasis. This place is going to house more like cacti and stuff. There's some decomposers over there. Let's have an anthill here. Okay. I don't want cactus. You need cacti for the... for proper desert, and what more? I actually know those. Those grow in Spain as well. They grow probably everywhere. It's like the most ubiquitous cactus, at least in Europe. At least in my visits in Spain, I've seen tons of those. They grow everywhere, even on the vertical surfaces. They're amazing. Like, you really can't go anywhere without seeing any of those. In Spain, that is. Especially in Ronda, the city where my father's mother-in-law lived, and a good part of his wife's family. Those cacti were everywhere, and they actually had those fruits too, everywhere. Although it was, I think they're really hard to prepare for being eaten because they're really spiky and thorny and unpleasant to handle. So he once told me they actually have to be brushed around. Why do I have two deserts? I'm not sure why I have this. I think the game just added this for no reason, which might be a bug. So if the devs watching this here is a bug. I didn't make this biome, so I'm hesitant to delete it because I don't know if it will mess up the game. But we'll go with the... we'll just enter this biome and then get on with it and finish the video. Okay, so what else was I going to... Alright, quitting my job. I actually wouldn't have wanted it, but I decided to quit because of various reasons. I thought about this for a long time, and my main reason was I do have a better paid job now at an engineering company, and I also have to cut down the total amount of contracts I'm working under because of tax reasons. Yeah, I shouldn't have grabbed those rewards, by the way. Because if I have too many contracts going on at the same time, I'm losing my student status, which is something I'm very fond of because it means I don't pay taxes. Is that being detritus free? Let's add some mushrooms. No, just put them there. Place. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. And I'm also about to start my master thesis, so I'm supposed to do this in a for a company, with a company, which means I would get paid for that. And that's also not paid bad, because it's essentially a 40-hour week, so I have to get paid for that. I mean, even if it's less than 40 hours that get paid, it's still a considerable amount of money, and it's more than I had gained with the pizza job. So that was another reason, and I definitely want to do the usual Santa jobs in December, which is... And sometimes that's another contract, so I really have to cut that down, otherwise the taxes will hit me really hard, and I'll not have that much money off the money I get for all my jobs. And that's kind of pointless. I mean, I'm currently working in order to not have to work too much more, you know. Well, it's just currently I'm only trying to get by. I'm trying to make ends meet, and once that is done... Did I actually plant goji berries? I think I did. Yeah, there we have some. Okay, now what to do with this biome? I want to do it somewhat quick. I'm also tempted to break those up into 2 episodes, but I kind of want to record this every week, so we can... and so you can see where it goes. And yeah, this is just not going that easy. Let's just add some more plants. The Himalayan birch, for example. Place one of those over here. Let's place 2 of those over here. Trees will be eaten a lot by the larger creatures. And this biome actually has elephants. The Indian elephant is certainly a resident of this biome, and it eats entire trees. Like, you really want to have a lot of foliage going on before you introduce those to your biodome, because those are voracious eaters. They will tear up your biome, and it's not... Well, it's actually kind of interesting, but it's not fun to see when they just deforest the entire place and leave nothing in their wake. Because elephants. Also, do I have any achievements I can still grab? Well, we can place 10 earthworm territories. I'm not sure if it resets all those, by the way. Oh well. Yeah, I think that's all the things we have. 1 year, half centurion. Those, I think, were actually added for the with the last big patch. I'm not sure what you do with those 1,000 coins, to be honest, or with those 2,000, because by the time you have those 200 years, you've probably unlocked everything already, so there's not that much you need to do. And there's not much for you to unlock in the first place. Anyway, we've used up all our energy. And placed some more plants, which is great. We actually have almost everything in here. We have those 3 more trees to unlock. Anything else? No, actually, everything else is unlocked, so we're going to probably focus more on this. Would you just close that and let me scroll around? Yeah. The controls are a bit wonky here sometimes, but yeah. So next time we're going to... Can I put another birch on that? I like to put those birches on the snow. I don't know why. I just do. Anyway, that is that. I've talked about everything. I've talked about the update. Yeah, right. That's something else I wanted to quickly remind you of. Actually, various things. I'm going to keep this short because I'm already getting derailed here and already way over time. So I'll have to upload this episode. What I got to say? Yeah, right. Okay. So you can vote on those 2 remaining biomes we have for now. So if you want to see a certain biome managed in a certain way, you can just leave a comment, and I will do this with that 1 biome or 2 biomes, depending on how many suggestions I get. since those videos don't have that many viewers, I'm expecting not too many people to suggest, so I probably can handle every suggestion. I'll try to record this every Wednesday or Thursday, so I have time to upload. Which means, if you could place your suggestions by then, there is a chance they might make it into the next episode. What else? Right, yeah, videos are going to be a bit slow. My upload schedule is going to remain a bit low. I mean, I did a lot of 7K2 videos because I recorded one huge session, actually 2 huge sessions. And those are doing fine. Why can't I scroll when I have this? Okay. So that is still going to be that. I'm probably going to continue recording that and probably wrap up the campaign soonish. So that's going to stay. But I can't. I currently try to avoid recording longer strategy games because, as you know, I try to get the entire level sorted out before I upload the episodes. With this game, there's no level system. There's nothing that can really go wrong in that regard. If things turn south really badly, you at least get to watch the ride there. And we can just wipe the biome if we want, and then do it over. Which would actually be quicker because everything would be unlocked for that. As I said, those unlocks are account-wise, so that they're persistent with your account. As long as you don't wipe out the entire account, or create a new one and delete this one, or just create a new one and play on that, those unlocks stay the same. They stay yours. Which is, again, why I'm not sure why you'd want what you do with 2,000 coins if you got a biome through 200 years. Except that you made this biome like one tree, one pollinator, and a bunch of mushrooms in one zone. Then, yes, you might... Actually, no. You'd get coins for 200 years by then. I'm not sure what you do with them. Anyway, I got this, I got that. I think that's it for now. If not, I'll have next week to say. Also, I'll be... Yeah, right, there's one more thing. I'll be gone for probably about an entire week at the end of October. So, the first part of this is going to be a business trip again. I'm going to do the same thing I did in July, which means I was picking groundwater samples. And after that is the Gashuku, which is the annual meetup of all the European people who do my swordsmanship school. My school, but the school I'm attending to. So it's the Europe meetup, and there'll probably be exams and all that stuff. And I'm not sure how I'll get there in time, because the business trip will end on Friday, and I'll have to get home, I'll have to shower, I have to grab my stuff, and I'll have to get like 4 hours of driving to get there. I'm not sure how I do that best, because I have no idea when I'll be done on that Friday. Anyway, there won't be videos in that week, because I just won't be here, so I'll probably try to get those up as soon as I get back. I'll try to release them as soon as I get back, and I'll try to upload them in advance, and we'll see about that. So that's I think that's all for announcing now. I hope you're going to have a nice weekend. I'll have to upload this ridiculously long episode now. I also have to call back the guy who called me. Probably about the bees, because the weather is looking okay, surprisingly. I actually wanted to get to the bees at the beginning of the week, but I couldn't because the weather was shit. And before that, there was the big Day of German reunion celebration. Oh, look, now we can place another bird. Which had police everywhere, and I didn't want to drive through the town with my little wagon and like empty bottles and stuff on that, because there were snipers on the roofs and everything, because the Chancellor Angela Merkel was in Dresden. She was visiting, and it was all messy. There were demonstrations and police everywhere, and I really just didn't want to go there, especially not with something that could have been mistaken for something explosive or otherwise harmful. So yeah, I couldn't get to the bees. The weather was awful, and I can't go to the bees when it's raining either. So yeah, I'll hope they're fine. I might actually get to them now. Sadly, my bike is in the workshop again, so I'll see that. Maybe I'll even get to record the bees again. It's questionable. Anyway, I'll see you all next week. Bye!